Hey guys, it is Greg again. It looks like there's a little glimmer of hope for some coins that are out there. I have on my screen right now is Soul Phantasma. And you see that? It's coming back around. Looks like this is going to make a nice 5-wave impulse, guys. So what does that mean? Does that mean it's bullish? Well, we just don't know yet. But once it gets up and completes that, which it looked like it may have, it might come back down here. And then, use stop losses, play your stop in this area, protect it, and see if it goes off. If BTC has more downside, can this stay above that? It could. It could. It's risky. It's a risky play. It's a risky play, but so it's good news. I was kind of waiting for that. I took it a long time for it to play out, and that's all that has divergence. And it just barely, technically hasn't broken that high. So it's still a questionable, but I'm going to be looking at that coin right there closely. And if Daddy BTC decides to go down to the depths, that could take it with it, or that could be the local bottom. Don't know. I'm not really going to go over too much on BTC or Bitcoin today, guys, because it's still in the same spot. I'm sticking to what I said before. I think that looking at this channel, if you take a look at Bitcoin's channel that I have here, I actually have a couple channels that I made that it fits perfectly. I don't know if you guys noticed that. These are just parallel channels that I found. I found it interesting. If you go from here to here to here, it for a while, it has a perfect fit. And then this channel from here to here to here fits perfectly too. Interesting. I just find that I'm not trying to say anything. I just find that kind of interesting, but I still think that Bitcoin is going to be trending up for a little bit. Not straight up, but up, down, just kind of chop and make its way up into this box. That's my opinion. Now, the other thing I wanted to go over to, guys, is that I watched this guy a little bit. I take everything what he says with a grain of salt. He's a little too bullish for me when it's obviously bearish, and he was the whole time. So I'll give him credit where credit's due. At least he's a motivational speaker for people when they see Bitcoin tanking to from 60,000 down to 30,000. So you got to give him credit there. I guess that's what you got to do to get followers today, man. You just got to blow smoke. That's an interesting thing on YouTube. I see all these people that just, if you read between the lines and how they're just literally, they can take the data and manipulate it to blow smoke up their ass, if you will, and people will still follow them as long as they just have those tingling ears and they hear what they want to hear and they're okay with it, even though they see their portfolio going down 60, 70, 80%, So, anyhow, the reason I went to his site is this right here. He had a couple articles. I went and searched around and found it. I just found this interesting. This is my opinion, guys. You're going to start seeing over a period of the next 60 to 90 days, you're going to start seeing more articles like this. Okay. And also like this one too. BlackRock's in a sell-off on the bond market because the bond markets were taking off. I was going over the bonds with you guys. I know it's probably something some people don't care about, US 10-year treasuries, but you can see right here, the bonds were starting to moonshot. Okay. So up this way, and he's saying this is going to end by, what did he say? The bond market sell off to end in the summer. Okay. So, in my opinion, I'm just putting it out there that I would not be surprised based off the data that I have on other assets like the S&P 500. Is it questionable if the correction is over? What did it come down to? 38.54. I was kind of expecting the box target, maybe even a little bit lower. It could be done, guys. Don't know. But my point is this. My point is this: when it comes to these, comes to this, and Bitcoin, is that right here. So I have Bitcoin on the daily. Is these articles, you're going to see probably this slowly start to creep in. Articles like this. Excuse me. Let me go back to that. Articles like this that are going to slowly start to creep in over the next 60 to 90 days. And then if you take Bitcoin here, local bottom might come up a little bit, come back down into this area, as I said before, to maybe go test the 24 down to 22,000, 21,000 or something like that. And then boom, correction is over after 60, 90, 120 days. And you have to remember too, it's going to be a slow grind after the correction, because a lot of them, I mean, it depends. Like here, it kind of took off out of that second wave, but that's because it did go into a third wave. But after any of these waves, it could be a slow grind. If you take a look at, let's say, I was kind of looking at it from this point of view, guys. So here's the Brave New Coin liquid index. Where was that fifth wave I was showing you guys it could do? So, you know, like after this correction, it did trend up for a little bit, came back down. You could see it looks like it just kind of a slow grind. Lots of people probably kind of confused in this area. Understandable. It would throw confusion. Any seasoned investor in this asset would be cautious, definitely in this area. I would, and kind of went up and then a correction. So you can see this area afterwards from, you know, let's see what happened. That was from January 15 to, you know, August. So there was over 6 months in there. Anyhow, I want to put that out there. I just found it interesting. Let you guys know that the tides are starting. You're starting to see, in my opinion, a little bit of signs of the tides are starting to turn. As I mentioned in previous videos, that I would not be surprised if you see something like that and everybody all of a sudden is shocked. While all along, everybody thinks everything's going down to the depths and we're going into a serious long-term recession and everything's going to be in a bear market for the next 4, 5, 10 years. Still don't think so, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.